In this week's Seder Vayeshev, we read about the first splintering in a Jewish family that brought about a long, difficult gullus. Although the children of Yaakov were surrounded by many chiefs of Esav, a striped coat caused such jealousy and hatred, and because of which the brothers sold Yosef to the enemies. And Yisrael loved Yosef more than all his sons, since he was a child of his old age, and he made him a striped coat. His brothers saw that their father loved him more than all of his brothers, and they hated him. Rav Yaakov Yosef, the former chief rabbi of New York, RJJ, asks, as cited in Sefer Kehilas Yitzchak, in last week's Seder Vayishlach, we read that when Yaakov encountered Esav, he positioned his family in rows, and he placed Rachel and Yosef last. Rashi states there, because the last is the most beloved and precious. So already there, the brothers should have discerned that Yaakov has a special preferred love for Yosef and his mother Rachel. So why didn't they then already hate Yosef? Here, we are just dealing with a cheap coat that is worth 2 salayim. But there, in Vayishlach, placing them in the forward position means that they are in a life-threatening situation. So why do they indeed hate him more now because of a woolen coat? 3 answers are given. First, they interpreted the placing of them in the forward position as an honor. In war, one places at the front in the first row the strong ones, and the weak are placed behind. Therefore, they did not feel offended, rather the opposite, they felt honored. Many answer that earlier we read that Yosef would bring bad reports about their conduct to their father, and because of this, they thought that their father had displayed a greater love for Yosef. They thought that the striped coat was payment for the tattling. To them, Yosef was a small child. They did not realize that he is a wise person, and that this was the reason for his being loved by Yaakov. However, one can offer also a psychological answer. The brothers were jealous. If their father had given Yosef a striped coat, that's fine. But why, when they were younger, at the same age as Yosef is now, did Yaakov not give them such a striped coat? Every hatred and jealousy is not so much that one cannot forgive and tolerate that someone else has something. Rather more so, one cannot tolerate why I did not also get it. Why was I overlooked? In familiar situations and relationships, there is sometimes hatred and jealousy between brothers and sisters that last even when they are adults. However, in truth, it is a residual consequence from childhood if the parents did not show the same level of love to all the children. Through the years, it bores into their minds and hearts a jealousy as to why the parents singled them out, neglected them, forgot them. They may already be fathers and mothers, and even grandfathers and grandmothers. However, a part of their emotions has remained childish. In this decisive, dramatic hour, 2 of the brothers elevated themselves, Reuven and Yehuda. They took a stand and saved their brother Yosef from death. Yaakov loved Yosef more because he was wise. Rashi states that all that Yaakov learned in the Beis Medrash of Shem ve'Ever, he transmitted to Yosef. It is asked, why were the brothers not jealous of their father learning more with Yosef? Moreover, clarification is needed as to why Yaakov only learned with him the Torah from the Beis Medrash of Shem ve'Ever. Yaakov had also learned by Avraham and Yitzchak. Why didn't he also give over to Yosef their Torah? Reb Shmuel Dov Asher Biskvitzer, may his merit protect us, in his Sefer Ne'os Desha, answers that Yaakov and Yosef had something in common. They both suffered in Gullus, in the exile. Yaakov, due to Esav's hatred, had to flee and wander in a strange place and arrived by Lavan. However, prior, he went to the Beis Medrash of Shem ve'Ever to learn there the Torah that would enable him to be successful in Gullus. To learn there the secret of Geula, of redemption. He knew with his Ruach HaKodesh, his divine inspiration, that Yosef will also have to go away from the land of Israel, from the house of his father, and arrive in Egypt. Therefore, he gave over to him this Torah. These teachings served Yosef well. This Torah Yosef strengthened and protected. Through this Torah, he became Yosef HaTzadik, Yosef the righteous one. He taught him this particular Torah as to how he can create anywhere an atmosphere of holiness that should be a microcosm of the land of Israel. And Hashem was with Yosef, and he was a successful man. When his master Potiphar saw that everything that Yosef did was successful, he entrusted him with his house and all his assets. From this time, Hashem blessed the house of the Egyptian because of Yosef, and the blessing of Hashem in whatever that was his, in the house and in the field. The question is asked as to why did Hashem have to bless Yosef now? Yosef was already a successful man. Rav Moshe Lelever, may his merit protect us, in his Sefer Tiferes Moshe states that there is a difference between bracha, blessing, and hatzlacha, success. Hatzlacha is success that comes about in a natural way, a natural consequence of work and effort. Bracha is an unnatural success. In the land of Israel, one can enjoy bracha. May Hashem bless you from Zion. Outside of the land of Israel, in exile, Jews can only have hatzlacha. However, even outside the land of Israel, a bracha can also be affected if one creates holiness around him so that the environment has a quality of the land of Israel. Therefore, Yosef previously only had hatzlacha. However, when the Gentile gave over all his assets to Yosef HaTzadik, there was an extraordinary success. Hashem's blessing was in whatever he owned. Therefore, we ask that Hashem send us bracha and hatzlacha in everything that we do. Please God, this Wednesday night, we will light Hanukkah candles in remembrance of the heroics and miracles in the time of the Chashmonaim. In the story of Hanukkah, the courageous Maccabees waged war against the Greeks and Antioch and defeat them. Seemingly, this was a natural success. We battled and we won. It therefore required a miracle to acknowledge the hand of Hashem. The blessing went into the small jar of oil and it lasted for 8 nights. This was the uniqueness of a miracle in the land of Israel. May Hashem bless you from Zion. It was bracha and hatzlacha. For the hatzlacha, we say thanks in Modim, in the Shemona Esrei, and Nodelecha in Birkas HaMazon, Al Hanisim. For the bracha, we say Hallel.